So I've done a few sort of farming things in the background, which I haven't bothered recording because it's just a bit boring. But basically, I've filled up my blood purifiers and with blood from 4 hapless scavengers, and you can see my water level in my left-hand marker is full. I collected the blood from killing scavengers in that base over there, and that's the direction I need to go into to get to the first trial, which this is how this game is split up in the first section. It's in these things called trials, and every time you do one you learn more skills and you get more lore. And it was also where I've got this mission that I found in a loot box to deliver some scrap to the trading station. That's quite good because the trading station is a good waypoint on the way to the trial, which is quite a long way away. Depending on your starting position, you can actually be very close to this trial. One of the start positions is only about 500 or 600 meters from it, and I'm quite a long way from it, so I now need to cross this patch of sand. Now, this patch of sand actually does have potential for worms, and you'll see the worm symbol appear as I go across it. Here we go. Now that little marker there is the worm sign marker. Now this is more scary than it really is because you can get across that quite fast. You're very unlikely at this stage of the game to be eaten by a worm. More likely when you try and cross over to this area to the north, which is one of your tasks later on. So for the moment I'm going to dash across here using my, Bindu Sprint, which basically makes you run until your stamina runs out. And that got me all the way across. That's why Bindu Sprint is a good second skill to have in the Bene Gesseret skill set. Now this base here has got some scavengers in it. I have emptied my blood bags, all of them, into my blood bank. I will actually go and pick up a little bit more from some scavengers here before I carry on, just in case I run out of water, because you can drink blood, it's not as effective, but it does actually help. It does enable you to survive. And I've got a bit of a way to go. So let's see if I can find someone. Oh, there's somebody there. Here we go. Oh, he's got a shield, so I'm going to compel him if I can. And because he's got a shield, I can now go through the shield with a slow, heavy hit. Now, because I'm not shielded, I take damage quite rapidly. I have to heal. I'm going to now get my extrangulator out and take some blood from this one. And some blood from this one. Pick up that bit of ammunition. There's somebody shooting me again. There's a heal kit here. Ah, there they are. There's the enemy. And again, I'm not very well, so I shall heal yet again. At this stage of the game, you're going to be healing frequently. And I will exsanguinate this one and take what they're carrying. There will also be some more fuel cells in here, I expect. Because it's got fuel. Yes, I'll take those. And up here is the person I just killed, will be lying down somewhere. There they are. I shall loot them. I've already taken the loot from this box, which is why there's nothing in it at the moment. Now, I've got a bit of blood to keep me going in case. And I'm now going to go to the station that I can see in the distance. I'm going to ignore that person behind me and just keep going this way. This is my next objective, is to get to that lit up skyscraper type building. That is a trading post. Now you can hear a noise in the background. That's these ships, which are run by Chome. Now, I haven't got a suspenser at the moment. I'll get injured when I fall down heights. It's not too bad. You can fall a fair distance before it will kill you. But again, you'll need to do more healing. So I mentioned there was a ship over there with searchlights. At night, these ships will be looking for you. If you end up in the searchlight, you will find that they will drop several quite well armed enemies. For your level, they're well armed. And it's quite hard to survive at this level, so you avoid going into those searchlight areas at night. If you're in your base, you're safe. So if you are near your base collecting stuff at night, you can get in the base without being hit by the searchlight, you will be fine. So I'm going to go all the way up now to the trading post. Now there's a good reason for going to the trading post, apart from the fact that I've got this little mission I picked up, where I give them the metal. The other good reason is that there might be a sand bike there. I might be able to get a free sand bike, which would be quite handy. The only problem being that it will have very little fuel in it. but it's still better than nothing. No, if I remember correctly, it's quite a long way down there. Can I survive that? Probably not. I'm going to have to go round. So you do a lot of running about in the early stage of the game. And it's quite nice because you get to see the environment, you get to see how much effort they put into making this into actually quite a nice, sandy, deserty environment. And you see other people's bases they built. There's one there, so somebody's starter base. And in fact, once you get an ornithopter, you just tend to fly over all this stuff, so you tend to miss all the ground level interest. So you can see some other symbols there. Those symbols mean there are things there which you need, or which you can talk to, points of interest. Ah, there is a sandbike. And I can't take it, somebody else has. So sometimes you'll find empty sandbikes that have been left in these places. This symbol here means there is a Landsrat house member over here. You can't do anything with them at the moment. You can go and see them and talk to them. But that is it. Later on in the game you'll be able to actually interact with them.
I'm doing important field research.
But your map will remember who they are. Now, here I am in a trading post. You see the zone will change. This is now a totally safe zone. It also should not make your water level go down because it's water sealed. When I open the contracts board here, it will tell me that I can deliver the items because I actually had more than 100 scrap. So I click on that, deposit, it'll put in the right amount, deliver. Okay, now we've also got a contract here which is quite funny. This one you cannot fulfill, but you might as well take it just to take it out of the list. So what did I get for my contract? It says I've got to go and find it. Did it put it in my backpack? Yes, I got 1500 Solari. So that was quite nice.